Does your autistic child sometimes call you names or they say mean things to you or their siblings? And it seems as though they are actually doing it on purpose? If this is your case, please keep watching because I have a few tips to share. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Maria. I'm an author, motivational speaker, and mom of 3 amazing autistic children. And today we're talking about language and the impact it has on us as parents, particularly when our autistic child says unkind things to us or to others. If your child suddenly started using explicit language that you never use, then that will probably shock you. You might quickly want to jump on the child for that, but take a deep breath and ask yourself, who is teaching your child to say these things? Children are not born with an instinct to swear, use hurtful slurs or sounds unless they are learning it from somewhere. If you're sure you or the people your children are around do not speak in such a manner, then try looking at their phone, tablet, laptop, or any communication device. Maybe they're accessing channels, videos, games, songs, or chats where they are learning these things. One of the things we learned early in our journey as autism parents of 3 is that regardless of where our children fall on the autism spectrum, we need to teach them what they need to learn and set a structure and boundaries. I know you're probably thinking that it sounds so easy to say, but I get it, I do. It has been a trial and error journey, and we continue working on it every day. And I know that many times parents give up because they find themselves teaching the same thing over and over and over again, and they feel they are not being listened to or their child is unable to learn. But let me tell you something. As always say in my videos, autistic children, teens and adults can learn if they are taught in the manner they understand. Trust me, I have been raising 3 boys on the autism spectrum for the past 20 years. It takes consistency and the belief in your child to achieve. It does not always happen automatically or overnight, but this is not a race. Once you do it consistently, without variation, your child will learn and adapt to your expectations. One of those structures and boundaries we set is about the way we communicate with each other, what is appropriate and what it isn't, what is considered kind and what is considered rude, and so forth. This is vital because the reality is we are raising children that are going to go into the world out there, have jobs, mingle with others, and they are not going to be forever in the comfort bubble of our home. And we know that out there, sometimes things are tough. People won't take lightly if a child, teen or adult is rude or say unkind things. Let's not wait for it to get to that stage. So one of the most important things to remember is not to take things personal, even if your son or daughter seems to make it personal or they say they don't care. You need to keep your cool and let them calm down first. If you talk to them or react emotionally at the same time because it got you angry or hurt, things will escalate quickly and you won't solve the problem but make it worse. So you need to think about it thoroughly, step back and let them calm down first so that they can be open to what you have to say later. Once they are calm, you need to approach them in the same manner. Find out what is happening, if they're willing to share with you what is going on, and explain why that behavior or those words are not acceptable. Your expectations need to be short, direct, and clear. If you have an autistic teen, then the truth is they may lash out for many reasons, and a lot of it has to be with the experiences they have with others. Sometimes they're bullied, they feel different, isolated, and lonely. And this frustration and pain accumulates over time to the point of lashing out against loved ones like you. So even though it is very important to explain to them why that behavior is not acceptable, after all, the world out there won't be understanding or forgiven, it is also important to let them know they are loved and cared for and that they have your support. It may seem obvious to you, but they need to listen to those words often because the world out there isn't always kind to them. Many times, autistic children and teens feel insecure and self-conscious, so having a family that is there for them, understands them, and loves them for who they are can make a big difference. One of the things to also remember is not to focus on your child's age, but rather their emotional age. A lot of children on the autism spectrum tend to act younger than their age, so don't think that just because your child is 18, they should automatically behave like an adult and be aware of their actions. Last but not least, when you see your child making an effort, make sure to let them know you noticed. Autistic children Teens and adults are usually criticized for certain behaviors, but hardly praised when they're trying hard at improving something they're struggling with. So be there, let them know you are seeing the improvement and how proud you are of their efforts. I know it is not always easy to not take things personal when your own child is saying mean things to you, but once you separate yourself from the equation and you don't take an emotional response to it, but rather a well-thought approach with your child in mind, things can and will get better.